Now, UBS stock, another today rising. Heads have rolled from the summit of the Swiss bank. My3's here with what it all means.
Well, basically, if you look at it, the latest CEO lasted about 18 months, and Marcel Rona's departure has really taken the UBS stock up over 12%.
He was brought in as a new broom 18 months ago or so, and so I think it is quite a surprise. But clearly, you and I know UBS has got difficulties in the US, difficult banking business, seeing big outflows in wealth management. So maybe the board felt he wasn't a strong enough hand on the tiller.
Rona's out the door, and in comes UBS's third CEO in less than 2 years, former Credit Suisse CEO Oswald Grubel. Again, Grubel takes charge of the entire UBS group immediately as the bank tries to restore shareholder and public confidence in the bank. Remember, UBS has written down credit losses of more than $50 billion in the credit crunch so far, and the board is now trying to paint Grubel as a turnaround specialist, citing the example of his work over at Credit Suisse, which he returned to profit after 2 years of losses. Now, the change of guard comes as UBS is not only drawing fire for its losses, it's also entangled in a tax probe by the US government. UBS has agreed to hand over the names of many of its clients to US authorities, as the US claims as many as 52,000 people may have evaded taxes using UBS accounts.
My3, thanks very much indeed. So, for more on UBS, we're joined by Bernhard Bauhofer, partner, founder of Sparring Partners, live from Zurich. Mr. Bauhofer, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
Is Mr. Grubel the right man to turn things around at UBS?
Well, first of all, Mr. Grubel is a very respected banker and manager, and he has gained reputation for a turnaround manager as well. He's very straightforward, he's very clear, and what's most important, he's decisive enough to take fast action. Speed is exactly what UBS is needing now in this very complex environment.
What sort of fast actions does he need to implement then?
He certainly, first of all, he has to take managerial actions, but most importantly, from my point of view, is to convey confidence and really improve the very harshly and very sad and depressing environment and mood within UBS. He also has to convey confidence to stakeholders, customers, and that's most important, what UBS needs. And certainly he needs a turnaround manager, but most importantly, I think, is to lead this company towards a new culture which is really involving all stakeholders, and it's clear and transparent. That's what he has to do.
As
now.
you say, reputation's the key, credibility's important. Can he stop the outflow of client assets?
I think so, yes. Everybody has been waiting eagerly for a new man to take decisive actions, to stand, a man with a character, really a solid figure. And we know CEOs can have the possibility and the power to turn a company around, to regain confidence. And as I said, Mr. Grubel is a very respected man and a banker, and he's highly appreciated here in the Swiss banking industry and outside. I think he has the possibility to do that.
Peter Kura, the chairman, says he's committed to investment banking. Will Grubel be committed to investment banking?
He certainly has a huge track record in investment banking as well, and I assume he will pursue this strategy UBS has been taken over the time. But I assume that he will put the focus on private banking, wealth management, where he has the biggest track record, and that's certainly the right way to go.
OK, thanks very much, Bernhard. Bernhard Bauhofer there, live from Zurich. Now, we're going to bring you live pictures now from a webcast of Allianz's news conference, Europe's biggest insurance company, today reporting a €3 billion quarterly loss. You can see what's going on there after selling its Dresdner banking division. Allianz also planning to slash its dividend by 36%. We'll continue to monitor that event for you, and we'll keep you updated with any news. We are actually just going to listen in for a minute or two.
And quite diverse. A long, low interest scenario and a larger recession would have a pressure on the surplus sharing and also to the capital and the investment base and profitability of the life insurers. The growth perspectives of the life insurers largely depend on the available accounts of the customer, the investment offers and the banks, and the development of the minimum guarantee. There are non-life divisions which are directly related to recession, transport industry and credit insurance, for example, and also to
Michael Diekmann there, the Allianz chief executive. Shares, as you saw, up by over 4% today. We'll continue to listen in on that. Now, a historic day then today for RBS.